in the chat box if you felt that way. Oh, all right. Yeah. You know, Newton, once upon a time, he created laws. And one of the laws, his first laws, I paraphrase, says, when you're resting, you feel like resting, keep on resting until you get a kick on your back and you move forward. We love comfort zone, don't we? We hate to change. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. I teach medical students, and they're all in their 20s, early or middle. And they have a major change coming on their way. They imbibe that change to become competent doctors of tomorrow. Now, is that change easy? No. In the 20s, that is the Gen Zs, they get distracted so fast. They get distracted with the buzzing of the cell phone. Oh my God, who messaged me? Or if the cell phones don't buzz, oh my God, why am I not getting any messages? Am I having FOMO, fear of missing out? These people, they have to change so you can understand how tough it is. And this change I call as metamorphosis, as in a change from the caterpillar to a beautiful butterfly, breaking the shells. Change is not easy. Molding their minds is not easy as well. The conventional technique, 3 technique, fear factor, sarcasm, and friendly approach. Fear factor, does it work? Of course it works. You're fearful, you sit straight in the class, listening to everything the teacher says, very disciplined. Sarcasm, you don't want to be ridiculed in class. You don't want to feel, oh gosh, and it's embarrassing. And of course, friendly, oh, I like that teacher, and I can connect with the teacher. Helps. But remember, it is not foolproof. Fear factor, I'm sure no prizes for guessing. You know who said that. We learn the best when we are enjoying. Fear may keep you disciplined. Learning, questionable. Sarcasm, brutal sarcasm can decimate a student, destroy their moral and the self-esteem. And mild sarcasm, it doesn't work. For example, a student is answering and I ask a question and suddenly he's stuck. Then I tell him, so are you going to answer tomorrow? And he looks at me and say, okay, sir, I will answer you tomorrow. I'll read up and answer. He didn't get the meaning. Friendliness, oh, that can be taken for granted. If you're very friendly, you ought to be taken for granted. That happens. So what do I do to make sure they are learning efficiently? And I use the technique called the AIDA, AIDA. Some of you might know a Toastmaster in Penang now by name AIDA. Yes, that's the acronym. A for attention, I for interest, D for desire, and A for action. When I say attention, no, I'm not telling the teacher should be attention seeking. No, they should bring the attention of the students to the important and relevant aspect of the subject they teach. And once you're able to do that, you can evoke interest in them. And once the interest is evoked, they will have the desire to learn more. And once that happens, trust me, the game is almost over. You have already won because now your job becomes very easy. You have to facilitate and guide them to the right track for action, for them to become an efficient learner. Now, I'll tell you one story. During the online pandemic, I'm sure all of you went through online classes, online meetings as we are going now as well. My colleagues many of them kept whining. Oh gosh, these students, they won't learn. They always switch off their camera, and MS team don't know what they're doing. My logic was simple. Take class in Zoom, tell them keep the camera open, and follow IDA technique. How do I follow IDA technique? I tell them, like, I'm watching you. And you know that song? Every move you make, every breath you take, I'm not singing, by the way, I'll be watching you. So even if they do like, I say, yeah, you raised your hand. You want to tell me something? They're like, oh, no. So they knew that I'm paying attention. So they paid attention to me as well. Well, after that, my next job was to create interest. With online mode, I could share pictures from Google Images. I could share my stories, my experience of various patients, various cases with them. And I could see that interest slowly turned into desire, desire to know more about the conditions, more about how they can make a difference to other human beings. Because if they don't, they're going to cost lives. Once that is done, I told you the battle is almost over. Now I have to give them materials. I have to guide them to areas where they can learn more about it. And therefore, the IDA technique really work. Now the question is, can IDA technique work outside online? Of course it can work. Anywhere you come across students, make sure you ensure that they pay attention, get their attention, evoke the interest. The interest will turn into desire to learn more. And once that happens, you can always show them the way. Does it mean that the conventional method don't work? Of course it works. Balance them, get them together, punch them with a huge chunk of friendly approach, lace it with a balanced sarcasm, and sprinkle some fear factor. You will get a perfect, competent, and an efficient student. That's what I've got. Thank you, and back to you.
Thank you very much. That was distinguished Toastmaster Dr. Som Subrade with his speech, Molding Minds. I still remember the early days of online classes where after the end of a class, I saw one student standing up and began stripping. He was not aware that his camera was still on. And at that time, we were all panicking because we did not know what to do. We were texting each other on WhatsApp. Oh my God, his camera is still on. His camera is still on. Someone tell him, someone tell him. It was only after his shirt was off that we managed to get the message across. That was the last time we saw him with his camera on. Moving on, ladies and gentlemen, I am going to invite our next speaker. Our next speaker is none other than the exuberant leadership development tool, Toastmaster Caroline Joseph Ballen. Toastmaster Caroline is attempting her pathway, leadership development, and this is her level 3 elective project 1, Inspire Your Audience. And I would like to briefly read the purpose statement of Toastmaster Caroline's speech. The purpose of the project is for the member to practice writing and delivering speech that inspires others. The purpose of the speech is for the member to inspire the audience. The evaluators for Caroline's speech are, we have Dr. Kirtana Murali and Juanita Cheryl John. And I am sorry, I forgot to mention the evaluators for Dr. Som's speech just now are Distinguished Toastmaster Susie Silvanathan and Engaging Humor 5 Toastmaster Jack Lim. We have 5 to 7 minutes to enjoy Toastmaster Caroline's speech. This is going to be a good one. With her title, The 4 Essential Qualities of an Alto Toastmaster. The 4 Essential Qualities of an Alto Toastmaster. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Caroline Joseph Ballen. Caroline, the floor is yours.
Today, I would like to share with you 4 essential qualities needed by Alto Toastmaster that only you and you can do it. A stands for aspiration. L stands for learn, to prepare and practice. And T stands for target and planned. And O stands for optimistic. Everyone understands that public speaking is very essential and is very good for us in our personal growth as well as our career life. And I'm sure each and every one of us have joined this Zoom meeting this evening is because we have the aspiration to improve in our personal growth and communication skills. There was a man who asked Socrates, "What does success mean?" Without replying him, he just pulled the man's neck and pulled him over under the water, and he just let him there. He didn't release him. And to an extent, he was struggling. And yet, to an extent where he was really, to the extent that he's going to die, and he just pulled him out and asked him, "What do you needed the most when you were underwater?" And he said, "Air." And Socrates said, "Only if you want success as badly as you need the air, you will get it. A burning desire of you is the starting point in our journey towards success." The same thing, my dear exuberant Toastmasters. It's the same journey as how we will go through in our Toastmasters journey. A small fire will never give us much heat. Likewise, a weak aspiration can never give you a great result. Therefore, I said to myself, come what may, I will have to complete this pathway in two years. Toastmasters, can you cultivate such aspiration as well? As Bill Gates said, if you want to accomplish something, you don't have to wait for New Year or a new month or for Monday. You can just start it immediately right now. Yes, my dear Alto Toastmasters, you can do it and you should do it. But can a strong aspiration itself lead you to success, my dear Toastmasters? No. Sure, yes. We can't just stay with a strong aspiration, right? We need to sweat out. You must learn how to prepare and practice your speech to the best of your ability. Remember the promise that we took in our Toastmasters when we joined? We will prepare our speech, right? So I'm sure each and everyone will tell us, I have the challenges, I have my family, I have my work, I have to fetch my kids, this and that. Yes, but we still have to keep to our promise. As Dr. Abdul Kalam said, if we work with determination, we can achieve anything. So most of my free time, I will spend searching suitable topics and material for my speeches. I used to record my speeches and listen while driving. And it was not easy, but to complete the pathway, there's no substitute for hard work. Exuberant Toastmasters, can we work hard too? Yes, you can, and yes, you should. Your aspiration and success to learn and practice is not enough. It must be supported by your target or goal. I schedule the dates in advance and prepare the speeches so that I can meet the deadlines. And lastly, we must be optimistic. I thankfully accepted the constructive criticism from the speech evaluators and tried my best to improve on the areas suggested by them. All this helped me a lot in preparing and delivering my speech. It also helped me in presentation at work. It was all because of I had the aspiration, learning to prepare and practice, target and plan, and being optimistic. Let me conclude and reminding you, all the exuberant Toastmasters. Toastmaster always gives us an opportunity to develop oral communication and which will foster our self-confidence and personal growth. But however, these four expectations from each and every Toastmasters. Firstly, you must have the burning aspiration from each and every one of Alto Toastmaster. And you must learn to prepare and practice your speech. And you must prepare to complete your pathways. And thirdly, you must target to have the goal and schedule the dates for all your speeches in advance. And you must be optimistic to learn from your evaluators and mentors. If you already have all these expectations, then what are you waiting for? Get up, dress up, show up, never give up, as per our meeting team today. So, fellow Toastmasters, arise, awake, and deliver your speech. Do not wait until Kirchner coming looking after you. Would you like to do your speech? No. Just say, yes, I will do it, and never stop until you become an exuberant Toastmaster and complete your pathway. Back to you, Toastmaster of the evening.
Wow, delivered by the serial speaker herself. Ladies and gentlemen, Toastmaster Caroline has been consistently churning out novel, interesting speeches, and we should definitely learn from her. Please respond to Dr. Kitana's messages from now on. That concludes the first part of today's meeting, the project speeches. And now we are going to move straight to the second part of our meeting. The second part of today's meeting is going to be conducted by someone who embodies what we are trying to do here at Alto Toastmasters Club, which is providing members with added values, especially with regards to public speaking, soft skills, and also leadership. We are very honored today that we have a very special keynote speaker with us, Toastmaster Elias Theophilus, Visionary Communication 3, Presentation Mastery 3. A very quick introduction of our esteemed speaker's background. Elias Theophilus Ganda Widjaja, an author of 14 ebooks, podcast host of What's on My Mind by ET, a certified Canada World Youth and Youth Canada International. He is the president of Chomeng Reborn, Comedy in English for the term August 2021, January 2022. He is also a grand mentor of Darwin Associates. Since 2020, he's been a member of Toastmasters and has taken exco roles as vice president of membership in his home club, Empire Toastmasters Club. He has been sharing his precious knowledge on podcasts, humor, and soft skills in various Toastmasters in Indonesia and overseas. And I do mean it, various Toastmasters clubs in Indonesia and overseas. A few examples that I can read out very quickly. Serikat Toastmasters Club in Singapore, Pekanbaru Toastmasters Club, Empire Toastmasters Club Surabaya, Shine Program Instagram Live, speaker for personal branding Instagram Live, performing as a comedian at Chomeng Reborn, Tech Talk with Adelina and Silma at Clubhouse. We also have SCBD Talks Instagram Live, Chengsan Toastmasters Club Singapore, Jakarta Lions Toastmasters Club Jakarta, to mention a few. And let me just tell you, ladies and gentlemen, our speaker has been to a lot of places, physically or virtually. Let us extend our warmest welcome to our keynote speaker. But before that, let's watch this special video that he has prepared for us. Ladies and gentlemen, with his title, The Power of Soft Skills, Elevating Leadership Effectiveness, I bring to you Visionary Communication 3, Presentation Mastery 3, Toastmaster Ilios Theophilus Ganda Wijaja. Over to you.
Hello everybody. Thank you for watching my video. And now I am as your educational speaker here is from Indonesia. And anyone here have come to Indonesia? Please raise your hand. Wow, Dr. Saom, Dr. Arif, Sarmini, wow, so many people. I'm so grateful that you have been come to Indonesia. And please come to my city, Surabaya, and let me know so I can chat with you. So let me start. I will start to share screen. Can you see my share screen here, everybody? Yes?
Yes, we can.
Okay. And yeah, today I'm going to tell you about the power of soft skills, elevating leadership effectiveness. And it is referred by yours truly, Ilios Theophilus G. And here, anybody here, what do you think about this title when you first hear about it or see about it on the agenda? Please type on the Zoom chat so I can know what is your expectation of this title. Yes, nobody? Okay, how we can improve our soft skill, sharing of your leadership journey. Okay, thank you. Yes, so at least I have make you curious. That's the power of the title itself. And when I got the chance by Dr. Sam here, Elios, do you want to come to share to Alto? What do you want to share? And I share it to him. Oh, here's the list that I have done several times. And yes, you know, right? Alto is advanced club. So he is challenging me. Why don't you talk something that you haven't talked before? You have been done podcast, humor, comedy, and now you mentioned that you are a trainer of soft skills. So I challenge you, do this. And yes, I got the challenge and I accept the challenge. Thank you, Dr. Sam, for challenging me. Yes, that's what you get if you are sharing into an advanced club, a challenge itself. So yes, I dare you after this session and you will understand what is the power of soft skills and how it can elevate your leadership effectiveness and become an exuberant speaker. Are you ready? If you are ready, please type 1 on the subject. Woo-hoo! Thank you. And yes, welcome to today's training session. Here it is. We have so many people here. We have 20,000 people in the house. Wow, so grateful here. I'm from Indonesia. Can get the energy of yourself. But we have come into this meeting and we are hoping that we are going to improve at least 1% today, right? And yes, my name is ET. Maybe you are wondering, what is ET? ET is my acronym, Ilios Theophilus, and also my slogan, eternally thankful. So I will always say thank you for the opportunity to share here. Thank you for being my friends and thank you for listening to me. And as mentioned by the video and the MC or the TMA today, I'm a podcast host of What's on My Mind by ET. And also I'm a certified Canada World Youth and Youth Canada International. And I'm excited to do this training with you. So are you excited? Please type 2 on the Zoom chat because I want to share you the energy. Woohoo! Thank you. So here's the outline. The introduction I have done, and the section 1 it is about understanding soft skills. Section 2 is about impact of soft skills on leadership. Section 3 is about developing soft skills, and the last but not least, it is the conclusion itself. And this is how Toastmasters will help us. When I joined Toastmasters, I didn't know how the structure of a speech. I just want to buddy. Like we have 5 body right here, your sense, your see, you can hear, you can taste, you can feel, and yes, I just know about body. Although I don't know the opening, I don't know how to make a closing. And yes, this is how Toastmasters made me like what they promised for. Well, leaders are made, and now I also can proclaim that I am a reader made by Toastmaster. So if you feel the same, please type on the Zoom chat. I'm a reader made by Toastmasters. Okay, so here's a question for you. How do soft skills impact leadership effectiveness? And why are they crucial for elevating leadership success? Please, anybody, if you want to answer, you can unmute yourself or you can type on the Zoom chat so I can interact with you. Oh, Dr. Sam is so smart, just as it said. Thank you. Okay. Wow. So I have so many proud leader here. Arif, Jacqueline. Wow. Thank you. Okay. Woo. Wilson also. See, that's how those masters made you. Those masters made you proud of yourself and they help you. So please answer this question. Anybody you want to unmute yourself? Please unmute yourself and answer this. Or you can type on the Zoom chat. I want to know your response, your answer about this. Nobody?
Soft skills enable you to connect with the people you are leading.
Yeah, thank you. That's it. Soft skill is very important. How you can connect with using your soft skills. So yes, anybody, please do. If you understand about soft skill here, there is team building, coaching, creativity, empathy, communication, influencing. That's one of the soft skills that I have mentioned here. So yes, let's continue. Definition of soft skills here. And soft skills refer to interpersonal communication and emotional intelligence abilities. So that's the definition of soft skills. And the importance of soft skills in leadership, it is soft skills are crucial for effective leadership as they enhance communication, collaboration, and decision making. And also the purpose of this presentation is to aim to highlight the importance of soft skills in leadership. An overview of the section. The presentation has 3 sections. Number 1 is understanding soft skills. Number 2 is impact of soft skills on leadership. And the last but not least, session 3 is developing soft skills. So based on these 3, which one that you are waiting for or expecting when you heard about this topic? 1, 2, or 3, or all, just to make it happy to me, so I can share it all to you. I just want to have a little survey here. Number 1, understanding. Number 2, the impact. Number 3 is develop. Which one that you need most right now? 2, okay, thank you. Of course, okay, thank you. So let's do it. Section 1, understanding soft skills. So yes, anybody here, have you understand what is under soft skill is? I do believe since you are a great leader, you already know about this and it is so basic. So let's continue. Understanding soft skills and the definition of soft skill itself. Soft skills are defined as interpersonal and emotional abilities that enable effective communication. And the types of soft skills here include communication, empathy, adaptability, and problem solving. And comparison between hard skills and soft skills. Soft skills differ from hard skills, which are technical abilities and are essential for leadership success. And importance of soft skills for leadership effectiveness. It is by promoting positive relationship, communication, and teamwork. So yes, we know about it, right? So how you define soft skill itself. I want to know about you, about your understanding about the soft skills itself. Please type on the sub chat. Yes? What do you understand about soft skills? You can unmute yourself also so we can have fast communication, faster engagement.
I only know that soft skills are the opposite of hard skills.
No
Sorry.
worries though. No worries. At least we know about it, right? That's to make it easy, yes. And yes, when I was in the university, I was thinking also about this. What is the importance of these soft skills? I just need the hard skills to get into my dream job. And then I messed up during that. Ilios, we appoint you as a leader. I said, no lah, I'm already comfortable with my comfort zone. I don't need that. I just need to do what I do. And it is. And that's what makes me stuck on my workplace. And also, I'm so good in technical, but I cannot communicate it to my team. So what is the purpose of it? You have smart brain, but you cannot deliver it to your friends, your family, your colleague, your partner, your client, your customer. And that is what make me understanding what is soft skills and the uses of it. Oh, see, that's the difference. If you can define soft skills, you can understand it better. So that's the key. And section 2 is impact of soft skill on leadership. Effective communication here enables leaders to convey ideas, delegate tasks, and build relationship. And also, empathy and emotional intelligence help leaders understand and connect with their team members. Conflict resolution skills enable leaders to manage disagreements and promote collaboration. Team building and collaboration skills help leaders to create a positive work environment and promote productivity. So, ladies and gentlemen, what do you think about an effective communication? Please type on the Zoom chat or you can unmute yourself so we can get what is it, how to make it effective. Please, let's interact.
Communication that helps you connect with your listener.
True. Yes, that's very important, Dr. Som, because yes, if I keep on doing this one-way communication, I am just giving you a lecture. And yes, as most of us have become students, we know a lecture, sorry before, boring. See, that's the impact of soft skills. If you know how to engage your audience, you can make your presentation better and it is impactful. And this is the most important thing that you have been waiting for, how to develop your soft skills, right? I know it, right? And this is the last section, training and development programs. Here is provide opportunities for leaders to develop soft skills. Coaching and mentoring programs offer personalized guidance to enhance soft skill. Feedback and self-reflection enable leaders to identify areas for improvement and develop soft skills. And continuous improvement is essential for leaders to maintain and enhance soft skills. So yes, my fellow Toastmasters, ladies and gentlemen, how do you develop your soft skills? Which way that you should with this kind of method? Did you attend to the training and development program? Or you are seeking for a coach and mentor to help you? Or you're just attending Toastmasters meeting, you are delivering your speech and ask for the feedback and also self-reflection after that. And did you have the continuous improvement mindset in yourself or attitude about it. So yes, please do share on the Zoom chat or unmute yourself. How do you develop your soft skills? Because everybody will be different. Oh, nice, TMA Arif. Thank you. Come to Toastmasters. Yes, I know it, TTM Sogwa. That's how we promote Toastmasters, right? Because we are having continuous improvement. Yes, thank you. So,
Self-reflection as well, I would say. Sometimes when we do something and probably didn't go well, we reflect what went wrong, and then, of course, continuous improvement being the main one.
true. Thank you, Dr. Sam. Yes. So yes, most of people doesn't want to listen to feedback and doesn't want to reflect on their path. That's why Toastmasters have reflect on your path as the level 5 project that you should do, because that's also the most important thing that we need to do in our Toastmasters journey. So yes, ladies and gentlemen, fellow Toastmasters, you have now about how to understand about soft skills, how to improve or the impact of it, and also the develop of the soft skills. So yeah, thank you. Do you have any question? You can type on the Zoom chat, or you can ask me directly, or if you want to contact me, here it is my contact. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster ET. What is very impressive about Toastmaster ET's sharing session is this: for you to talk about soft skills, some courses at the university are developed just to address soft skills. And for you to be able to deliver that within 15 minutes, for you to enable us to understand what soft skills are all about, that is definitely impressive. And looking at your presentation slides just now, I realized that I have so much more to learn when it comes to soft skills. And I will be sure to really listen and also really reflect on your sharing session just now. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm round of applause to our speaker, Toastmaster ET. Thank you very much. And please be sure to reach out to Toastmaster ET if you have any inquiries, if you have any questions related to our topic of the day. Ladies and gentlemen, in the interest of time, we will have to proceed with the next item on the agenda, and that is going to be the bio break. Before that, we are going to take a group photo. I would like to invite everyone to switch on their camera, and we are going to take one group photo to commemorate today's event. So please turn on your camera, be your exuberant selves, and be ready for our photo session. I am going to leave this to our host or Toastmaster Dr. Kiritana to help us with the taking of our photo.
Can you do it, Kirtana, or you want me to? You're muted.
I can do it. I can do it as well.
Okay, okay, Arif. Thanks.
I just have to figure out how to take a screenshot from a
Oh,
MacBook.
You
Oh,
can use a print screen. I think mine is already. I can use print screen, but Dr. Som, can you also do it in case
okay, sure.
it doesn't come out? Yeah.
Okay. So I give the prompt. So we'll take multiple screen. Okay, in 3, 2, 1,
Right.
taken. Other sides.
do we have another slide? We don't, right?
No, I'm saying other side. Anyone
Oh,
take? Okay.
okay.
I'll be sending the. Okay, we are gonna go for a bio break, right? So
Okay. Thank you very much, everyone.
now we can.
We are going to go for a bio break, President Dr. Som. Mm, how long? How long will we be going for our bio break?
We come back by 9.
By 9, sure. Ladies and gentlemen, please come back by 9, and we are going
9:01
to.
actually,
Oh,
not
okay.
break.
Please come back by 9:01. We are going to resume our session at 9:01. Thank you very much, everyone. I will see you later. Bye bye.
Thank you, Elias. Lovely. I think it's really very difficult to say all those things in 10 to 15 minutes. Impossible. But at least you gave us an overview. So this at least takes at least at least an hour or two, maybe, to get into, then get the workshop. I mean, do some activity and all that. But they say that soft skills can be trained. It's not like you're born with soft skills. It's totally trainable.
Yeah, yeah. And even like someone like me, who is actually teaching my students interaction, communication, soft skills, I also struggle to tell them exactly why soft skills are important. I mean, how to develop soft skills. That has always been a challenge for me.
Yes, Elias, we'll try to get another time, like, where we can give you absolutely 1 hour. We'll create a workshop for it. Because we strive to make a 90 minutes meeting. So that's why we cannot exceed the 10 to 15 minutes.
Yeah, and that is also why we don't have a table topic session
Yeah.
after. Yeah.
But I think many people have come to watch Elias today.
Oh, he has a
Yeah.
lot. He has a lot of fans.
Totally.
Thank you.
I mean, yeah, now actually after like talking to Elias, I feel like, we should make flyers for our club. Especially we do so many education sessions and all that. We don't promote much. Oops, am I giving super points to tell?
Actually, I came as GE before, but I
Yeah.
can't remember what I've given feedback.
Never mind.
So,
I'm not going to remind you.
all right, okay.
No, but
I remember.
you would have seen the like
Oh
videos,
no.
right? Elias, I forgot to tell you. I'll share the video with you, the link. So don't worry. I'll
Sure,
share
thank
the
you.
video link with you. Yep. I'm just
Sukha,
worried the link
I
will.
remember I remember what you told us last time as GE. Number one, I think I remember it very well because I knew because my mathematics calculation went wrong in the timing. So she told me that the timing is not tallying. Why? Then only I went and realized, oh, I calculated it wrongly.
I think this round is correct. Just now I calculated again.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Alamak.
There's a reason why I'm a
Calculation
doctor,
accounts
lah.
and all, is it? No.
Which one?
Oh, yeah.
Accounts? What is
Who?
accounts?
You did something on accounts, right?
Me?
No, Supwa.
Yeah,
No.
I was an accounting
That's what
graduate.
I'm saying. Like, she's a very strong left brain person
No
looking at
wonder.
numbers. Arif, what is that?
Oh, that is I've been trying to.
Mm.
I wanted to create my own avatar, but
Oh,
took
I
too
have
long.
one. I have one. I haven't put it here.
I have
Oh.
one cowboy guy.
Oh, nice.
Nice. I like that.
We should have an avatar team meeting next time.
Oh, we should.
Yeah, but then again, facial expression can be a problem, right? We cannot gesture with our
Yeah,
avatar.
no, cannot.
But
Yeah,
but you
that's
will be
nice.
smiling throughout the whole meeting though.
Dr. Som, I thought the mustache should be thicker.
No, but they don't have.
Oh.
Why your avatar looks like a certain
Oh
Tamil
no.
actor?
This is how they.
Oh, ah.
I
So
can't
cute.
have a better one here. This is what they have.
Oh, see. Yeah, I mean, to your credit, your avatar looks a little bit like Rajnikant.
Oh,
Yes.
That's the
Little bit.
thing. That's the one.
really?
Yes.
Yes, looks like
Yeah.
Rajinikanth.
Okay.
If your if your spectacles change to sunglasses, yes.
No, I can't get that hair thing. Like, that's the best I could get. All right, 901.
Okay, 901.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are now going to move into the most important part of our meeting. In fact, this is going to be the most important part of any Toastmasters meeting, the evaluation session. Without further ado, please help me to welcome the one person who is going to oversee, the one person who is going to supervise, the one person who is going to be in charge of the evaluation portion of today's meeting. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me to welcome distinguished Toastmaster Fong Suk Hua, General Evaluator. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the evening. Arif, let's give a round of applause. Can sit back and relax. And now let's enjoy some dessert of the meeting after a scrumptious meal of learning about leadership and communication and etc. So for the evaluation session, I would strongly encourage not only the evaluators to provide your feedback, but as the audience in the meeting tonight, you are also free to share your feedback. Of course, I would encourage the feedback to be in a constructive manner and not to be a demotivating one. You can feel free to drop your feedback in the chat box to encourage the speakers or even to evaluators, so that let's make this platform a very constructive and building evaluation session. Okay, let's first invite the distinguished Toastmaster Suse, who is the first speaker's evaluator, who will be talking about the speech content for tonight. So can I invite DTM Suse, over to you.
Thank you, General Evaluator Sukwa. Dr. Som, molding mind. Great content are the cornerstone of a great speech. And you just had it in ease. What I loved about your speech today, I can clearly see the effort that you have put into the speech, right from your Newton law up to IDA at the end. A lot of informations, the effort is clearly visible. Well done, Dr. Som. Number two, your previous speech evaluator stated that to re-emphasize the method at the end. And I assume the method we are talking is about IDA. And you re-emphasized it at the end. Hence, I can tell that you have fulfilled the purpose of the speech. And definitely the speech is better than the previous one based on the evaluation. Now let's move to the deeper part of the speech today. Content and objective of the speech. Dr. Som, beautiful speech, well crafted, but what I want to tell is so that the speech can be even crafted beautifully. Number one, let's think about your IDA together. A for attention. Where do you want the audience to pay attention? Where you want to be the center of the attention in that speech. Define that attention moment of the speech so that you can craft that niche of the speech around that attention. Remember, when the attention is powerful, it ignites the interest of I. The interest comes in as soon as audience connect to your attention. If I were you, in my humble suggestion, how even more powerful introduction, instead of Newton law, instead of Monday's blue, what would have attracted people to notice on IDA? Because IDA was your center of attraction. With the right igniting right interest, it will actually give us the right desire. What would be the one message that you want us audience to take away, to practice, to amplify? And how are we supposed to practice that IDA? So create that desire moment within us through examples. You see, you mentioned people from age 20 to 30, my medical students, the Gen Z, they are going through some change. I'll come to that change, but ended up the change become metamorphosis. But I want the change to be heard as IDA. IDA should have given more weightage throughout the speech, so that at the end of the speech, when it said back to you, Toastmaster evening, I will dream of IDA tonight. And that would be the kind of impact that you can give if you have repeated IDA a few times. And last but not least, your A action. What is that one action you want us to do? Remember, the topic is molding mind. Connect molding mind, connect IDA. And how IDA can stay in the mind forever. You see, IDA can be powerful. IDA can be very useful. Use IDA wisely. They'll be like, hey, I'm using IDA now. It sounds dirty, but that is what you want to tell. So in overall, great attempt, great effort. But remember, even in speeches, we can use IDA. Because the moment you use Ida, people will remember Ida. Your attention, your interest, your desire, and your action will make people to remember Ida forever. All the best for your next speech, Dr. Som. Back to you, the General Evaluator Sukwa.
I will sleep with Susei's evaluation tonight. I'm not sure whether Dr. Som will think so, but distinguished Toastmaster Susei has provided a lot of wonderful points. And as the second place in the District 102 International Speech Contest, distinguished Toastmaster Susei has managed to dissect Dr. Som's speech thoroughly, and I hope Dr. Som have benefited from him as well. Next up, let's hear on how Dr. Som has done his delivery part. I would like to invite Division A Director, Jack Lim. Over to you.
Thank you very much to our General Evaluator, Toastmaster Fong Sopa. Now, Dr. Som, I really love your speech. You really delivered a very exuberant speech. Your actions are also very exuberant as well. So from my point of view, my evaluation towards your speech will be as follows. I would like to give you 3 P's to counter your IDA. Right? The first P is regarding posing. You have a very effective way to pose out the gestures. Right? You are using the counting position to count the number of points that you mentioned. You're also showing the transition from one point to another by gesturing from left to right. And also you strategically place your hands in the middle in case there is nothing relevant towards the point, so that you are not gesturing meaninglessly, which you address the first evaluation as per recommended by the first evaluation in your first speech. Okay. The second P that I would like to inform you is on what are the things that you can work on, which is positioning. Remember that we are actually online and we are bound by this rectangle. So imagine that there are grid lines, 3 times 3 grid, okay? 3 times 3 grid. And remember that when you are posing, as you are needed to show your waist up as per recommended by the previous evaluator, the first speech evaluator, you did well. But the problem is you accidentally stepped in front, whereby your head was slightly cocked. All right. So you should have stepped back, okay, occupying 1/3 of the screen, so that we can see your gestures well, we can see your body movements well. Okay, so that would be the second P, positioning. The third P would be pausing. You have very good speech content, as per mentioned by Susei, but we require that pause. Leveraging on pauses allow audience to realize the transition from one point to another. Also for us to absorb the IDA idea. Okay, so the 3 things the 3 P's that I would like to recommend to you is first, posing, second, positioning, third, pausing. So I hope that with this, your speech would be improved to a higher level. I think that can be improved to a higher level, although your level is very high. Hope that it could exceed that level. All right. So with that being said, thank you very much, and back to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Jack. Yes, definitely. I think you have sort of like elevated Dr. Som, and he will reach the sky very, very soon. Thank you once again to both evaluators. And I also like to thank Jack because his evaluation is very all-rounded. He managed to have a very concise conclusion as well as an evaluator. Well done. Moving on, let's hear from Dr. Kirtana for her evaluation to Caroline's speech. Over to you, Dr. Kirtana.
Thank you very much, Madam G. A very good evening to everybody, fellow Toastmasters, and a special evening to you, dearest Caroline. To begin my evaluation, I would first say congratulations on your level 3. I'm very proud of you. I've been seeing you from level 2 up till now, and I've also evaluated you before, and that itself has already inspired me. You have improved so much from your level 2 to level 3. So congratulations, Toastmaster Caroline. You already inspired me a lot. Now going on into your speech proper, you definitely have fulfilled the objectives of your speech. Before itself you have, and the speech itself you have already inspired us. Us Altos Toastmaster, you have given us another acronym on how we should have these essential qualities as a Toastmaster. ALTO: aspiration, learning, targeting, and also being optimistic. Now, you explained that you aspire to always do your speeches, and you learn. While in that learning, you do research for your speeches and everything, and you choose a date, and also you be optimistic and you optimize your research and everything, and you get into a speech. Well, you have been doing speeches in a series, so I guess you really aspired, you learned, you took the time to do the research fantastically, and targeted dates are quite near, but you were optimistic and you literally got it done. And the learning part, you do a lot of research for your speech, and you come up with so many different nice quotes, especially so the story by Socrates. Never knew he was such a bad tooth. And also a quote about Abdul Kalam. So that was very good. So all of these acronyms and your points to it, I really like the fact that at the end of every point, you asked us, you engaged the audience, and you asked us that, can we be optimistic? Can we have the aspiration? Can we learn and can we target? So that was a very good point on your side. You inspired us at every end of the point. That's number one. Number two is, as you moved on from one point to another, you had a clear summary of your previous point and you connected it very well to your second point. That was very good. And then to give you a few suggestions, in the end, after you have explained all of your points, I would have loved to see how it has helped you with your emotions, as in your stress. Many of us, like me, for example, I take Toastmasters as a stress relief. So I would love to see you like bring up to that part, how it has helped you. You have mentioned that it's helped in your work, but as a person, your stress level, your well-being, I would have loved to hear that from you, and probably you would share with us in your future speeches as well. So in the end, before I conclude, I loved that you incorporated the team, and I really loved that you actually mentioned your VPE too. Thank you so much. Back to you, Madam GE.
Thank you, Dr. Kirtana. And moving on, I shall invite Juanita, Cheryl to share evaluation on Caroline's delivery part. Over to you.
Thank you very much, Madam General Evaluator. Good evening, everyone, and especially good evening to you, Caroline. Caroline, your speech was a masterclass in communication. I must commend you on several key aspects because you delivered your speech simply with exuberance. You captured my attention, the audience attention, and you absolutely left us inspired. Just like your speech points, I will detail your highlights in your speech today with ALTO, A-L-T-O. First one is articulation. So throughout your entire speech, each word that you spoke was crystal clear and well enunciated. Your articulation really ensured that you were able to convey your ideas with so much of clarity that it left no room for confusion at all. It was certainly a pleasure just listening to you. Second one is the L, language. Your choice of words was enriching and it was expressive. It really got us to paint pictures and images in our mind. And again, you demonstrated a remarkable command of language. But besides the spoken language, your body language was also present, check, and your gestures were evident, check. Next one comes the T, tone and speed. Your tone was spot on, and you skillfully varied your tone throughout the speech, and it absolutely matched your content. You expressed excitement, determination, going high, going low. The speed of your tone really add a lot of depth and a lot of impact to the message. And finally, the O, optimistic. Yes, I borrowed that from you. Combining your articulation, language, tone, you truly delivered an optimistic speech. Your optimism was so far out that when you quoted the theme for today's meeting, get up, dress up, show up, never give up, it got me almost off my seat. So all in all, fantastic speech, Carolyn. Now let's explore a few more points where you could further fine-tune and I believe then excel to greater heights as a speaker. Firstly, with regards to the role-playing, the story of Socrates, I felt you could have varied your tone a little bit between the two characters of the story to make the story then come alive and make the story more memorable. Gestures, yes, your gestures were evident, but it could have been bigger. What I've learned is when delivering a speech in this limited square space that we have in front of us, our gestures need to be kind of above the chest so that it's bigger and it's more visual to fit this square screen. And finally, eye contact. So eye contact is especially important when delivering a speech or a presentation in a virtual meeting. This is something I'm still mastering, but I do believe, Caroline, you can do it with the practice. You have that commitment. So in summary, Caroline, it was an honor and a pleasure to listen to you, and I love your speech and it was truly inspiring. So I leave you with this. Be the inspiration that lights the fire within others. Back to you, Madam General Evaluator.
Thank you very much to our evaluators, and looks like a lot of people in this meeting today loves to use acronyms, and that is a good way to make the audience remember what is the content or the gist that you want to share with everyone to take home. So thanks once again to all the evaluators. I shall move on to the language evaluator for tonight. May I invite Dr. Sharmini to share her language evaluation report, please. Dr. Sharmini.
Yeah, I'm right here. I'm right here.
Oh, yeah. All right. I see you now. All right. Thank you.
Okay, right. Thank you, Madam General Evaluator. Very good evening once again, fellow Toastmasters and guests. I'm absolutely thrilled to find that most of you used the word exuberant today. Thank you very much. The Sergeant at Arms used it once, the President used it twice, General Evaluator used it twice, the Timer used it once, the Toastmaster of the evening used it twice, Carolyn used it 3 times, Elias used it once, Jack used it once, and Juanita used it once. I hope I haven't missed out anybody, but thank you so much for making the effort. With regards to good usage, there's quite a number. Strive, impeccable, imbibe, metamorphosis, foolproof, brutal sarcasm can decimate, taken for granted, evoke interest, whining, lace and sprinkle, aspiration, optimistic, constructive criticism, arise and awake, embodies, leveraging, incorporated, excel to greater heights, be the inspiration that lights the fire in others. Where grammatical errors were concerned, it's coming to this meeting, not going to this meeting. 3 techniques with an S, it's plural. Keep the camera on and not open. The technique that really works, which is plural, not work, the technique that really works. And finally, have you understood what soft skills are? Not have you understand. Thank you, and back to you, Madam General Evaluator.
Thank you, Dr. Sharmini, for the exuberant report. And of course, thanks for introducing such a wonderful word of the day for everyone and make the meeting very lively. Moving on, I shall invite Wilson Wong from Future English Toastmasters to share his timer report, please. Over to you.
Thank you very much, distinguished Toastmasters so far. Let me share my screen. Ladies and gentlemen, the meeting started at 8:01. Intermission started at 8:57 and resumed back to 9:01. The role players, ASAA, Dr. Katana, DL1, time allocated 2 minutes, time taken 56 seconds. Our president, Dr. Som, distinguished Toastmaster, time allocated 3 minutes. Time taken 4 minutes 41 seconds. Toastmaster of the evening, Arif, distinguished Toastmaster, time allocated 10 minutes, time taken 9 minutes 26 seconds. And our project speaker for today, Dr. Som, distinguished Toastmaster, allocated time 5 to 7 minutes, time taken 7 minutes 30 seconds. Second project speaker, Caroline, LD2, allocated time 5 to 7 minutes, time taken 6 minutes 39 seconds. And our educational session, the speaker, Ilios Sophilios, VC3, time allocated 10 to 15 minutes, and the time taken 16 minutes 17 seconds. And for the evaluation session, the first evaluator, Suse, distinguished Toastmaster, time allocated 2 to 3 minutes, time taken 4 minutes 2 seconds. The second evaluator, Jack Lim, EH5, allocated time 2 to 3 minutes, time taken 3 minutes 16 seconds. And our third evaluator, Dr. Katana, DL1, allocated time 2 to 3 minutes, time taken 3 minutes 38 seconds. And our fourth evaluator, Junita Shell John, EC5, allocated time 2 to 3 minutes, time taken 3 minutes 25 seconds. And our language evaluator, Dr. Shamini, BM5, allocated time 3 minutes, time taken 1 minute and 56 seconds. All right, that's all for my report, and back to you, our general evaluator, Sokwa.
Thank you, Wilson. And we can see that Wilson, he is not a first timer, definitely a very experienced timer. I'm not sure how did you manage to invite such a high profile timer today. And I really appreciate the effort that you put it in a slide. And I would like to add value a little bit to your slides. If you want to make those who went over time today to be aware of their timing, you can even highlight red color for their overtime. I think that will be a good reminder to everyone. And I think, Wilson, tonight you are also very kind, because when I saw that your background show overtime, you are still silent. For some club that I go, right, I will always encourage them. You can unmute yourself, say time's up, or you can just use a bell or any kind of sound emitting signal to tell them that, hey, they need to wrap up. If not, it's not really fair for the following speakers. So something for you to consider. Thanks, Wilson. Once again, our timer. Moving on, it's my evaluation report. I will just share some comments that I have observed from this meeting. So please time me 3 to 5 minutes instead of 5 to 7 minutes so that we can I can hand over the control earlier. Now, for this meeting, first of all, I'm really attracted by the meeting team, a very good choice of the meeting team. Of course, together with the exuberant words of the day, it actually hyped up all the guests. Everyone was like so keen to learn something new today. Besides that, I can say this meeting is a quality meeting as usual for Alto Toastmasters Club and Advanced Club with many wonderful people president and the excos, all of them are very committed. Besides that, they also have a invited speaker who is also very experienced in his own field to share something. So each meeting, there's something new to learn, especially related to leadership. I think that is a very good initiatives by the club to keep the club meeting quality high. So keep up the great work for Alto Toastmasters Club. I would also like to especially congratulate the Toastmaster of the evening, Arif. I believe Arif is an imported Toastmaster, not really a member of Alto Toastmasters. So he is a member. Oh my God, it's an asset for the club. So he has a very nice setup. You can see, nice setup, very chill. And do you realize that he actually threw a lot of cold jokes? Did you all laugh at his jokes? Yeah, if not, right, I think he will feel a bit sad with his effort, right? So I think I'm not sure whether he learned from Dr. Som or both of them. For me, I think they are duo in sharing very cold jokes. And I really enjoyed that, okay? So keep up the good work, Arif. I really love your style. Each Toastmaster of the evening has their own style. He also introduced the role players and speakers in his own way. Very interesting. I also like the fact that he mentioned the purpose statements of the speeches on behalf of the evaluators. That is perfectly fine as well. Keep up the great work. Yeah. And moving on, next, I would like to just thank all the evaluators for doing such a great job to grill the speakers tonight. I believe tonight's speakers, they are also very experienced enough to be provided such a constructive feedback because this is Alto Toastmasters Club anyway, right? Keep up the great work and come again to Alto Toastmasters Club. Well done. And for Elias, I'm not sure, I think it's a distinguished Toastmaster or have not, it's okay. I think Elias, right, ET, I'll call him. I have also seen his name everywhere in the international group, in different Toastmasters Club. It was such an honor to listen to your sharing today. And it's not an easy topic, I would say, definitely leadership. There's a lot to share. It's a great insight for every one of us. Allow me to just share some pointers for you to consider because we only have 10 to 15 minutes. I know not all clubs can afford like 1 hour for every one of us. So maybe in 10 to 15 minutes, you may just want to drill down to one soft skill to share on, because in your topic, I saw you mention the power of soft skills. Soft skills, there are many types of soft skills. Perhaps you just want to pick one which is more relevant to the club or the audience and share that, or something that's closest to your heart if you have difficulty to choose which soft skill. For example, maybe you want to talk about emotional intelligence, how emotional intelligence can elevate leadership effectiveness, for example. Then you won't have difficulty or you don't need to worry about completing your points on time, because I saw that you are quite afraid to chase the time to finish your points, right? And I would say if you can limit the number of questions you throw to the audience and just continue your point, that would also allow you to share more with the audience, because sometimes the audience, they are not yet warmed up. So it's a bit hard for them in the online setting. You may just want to continue sharing your story, and then you will be invited again for this session. So keep sharing, yeah, ET, and I really admire your inspirational talk. Thank you. Last but not least, allow me to just share my screen. I will just give some feedback to the agenda once again. Okay, just a feedback, okay, based on my what you call that, experience. Why I think agenda is important as an online club. This is the first thing that your audience or your guests will see. So my suggestion is just a minor one. Maybe here the evaluator A and B, you can just state there it's focusing on which part is easier for the guest or maybe general evaluator to have a look. Besides that, I personally think that this part, which is the highlight of Alto Toastmasters, should be on the top of the agenda, including the timing. Yeah, so that may make more sense if we put it together with the meeting date. Yeah, that's my personal suggestion. And since you have a little bit more space in the second page, you may want to add a little bit more about Toastmasters history, pathways, or even your club history, and even what is your unique selling point if you want. That would be a good promotional material. If you have lack of ideas, always go to Toastmasters website. about and about Toastmasters, and here you can get all those wonderful information. That's all for my evaluation report for tonight. Feel free to reach out to me if you need further feedback. Thank you. Back to you. I would like to invite, next up is Toastmaster of the evening to close the session. Over to you, Arif. Thank you.
Thank you very much, distinguished Toastmaster Fong Suk Hwa. I especially appreciate the comment you made at the end with regard to our meeting agenda. I think the comments are very specific and they are also very relevant to what we are trying to do at Alto Toastmasters Club. We will definitely take note of your comments. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't have a lot of time and I would like to hand over the control back to our president for his closing speech. But remember, starting tomorrow, get up, dress up, show up, never give up. You'll be all right. I'd like to hand over the control back to our president, distinguished Toastmaster, Dr. Som Subrade, for his closing address. Over to you, Dr. Som.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster of the evening, Arif Imran, distinguished Toastmaster. Yes, we had lots of points to learn as well as lots of points to improve. Thank you very much, all the evaluators, all even ET for sharing that a very big topic in that concise format to at least give us the overview what lies ahead, and for Sukwa for having an eagle's eye on everything. And yes, we need to really look into the agenda where the next president will probably help with the next VP, will come up with a new agenda, I'm sure. Just matter of 1 month, and okay, you'll find out who's the next president coming up soon. Someone's here in the room only. Right, moving on, we will start with, I'll request the VP to come and I'll be sharing the screen as she, no, not really. So still 1 more month. Never give up, never give up. Right. I'll request Ketana, our VP, to announce the appreciation as I share the slides. Arif, could you please help taking the pictures and spotlight the person, because I'm sharing the thing, I can't.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. So. Okay, first and foremost, we have distinguished Toastmaster Fong Suk Hwa for her contribution as General Evaluator. Always welcome to come to our club again.
Hey, thank you.
Thank you very much. Please hold on, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. 3,
Okay.
2, 1, smile. 3, goodness, button. Sorry, Sukwa, please hold. Please hold your position. How to do a screenshot using MacBook? Sorry.
You need my help?
It's okay.
I take my own if you can. Can you get it?
That'll be nice. Thank you, Sukwa.
Thank you, Sukwa. Sorry.
Okay, got it.
Okay, next we have Aloysius Theophilus
Yeah.
Ganda Wijaja. I hope I got the name wrong.
Yes.
Name correct, yes. Thank you so
Here.
much for joining us.
My pleasure.
Okay. Hold on, everyone. I am pressing all the buttons right now.
Okay, I'll take it, don't worry.
Thank you, Dr. Shamini. I'm sorry.
Yeah, okay, 1, 2, smile. All right then, thank you.
My name is wrong there. Can you
Yes.
please? Yeah.
I realized that too. I will change it.
Okay, thank you.
All right, next we have Juanita Cheryl John. Thank you so much for joining us as our guest evaluator.
It was my pleasure. Thanks for the invite.
Anytime.
Thank you.
Have we
Shamini.
spotlighted her yet?
Yeah.
Wait,
Yes, we have.
really? I don't see the spotlight.
Just go in speaker view. You can.
Okay, speaker view. Right, hang on a minute. Yeah, okay. 1, 2, smile, Juanita. Right, okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, next we have distinguished Toastmaster Susei Selvanathan. Thank you so much for joining us, our guest evaluator. Always
I had
welcome
a
back
good
again.
time. Thank you so much for having me.
Okay, smile to say 1, 2. Right, thank you.
Thank you.
And lastly, to Wilson Wong, thank you so much for joining us as timer. Literally one of the most detailed timer that we've ever had. Thank you so much for that.
Thank you. Thank you.
We need you to become our permanent timer now.
Yes.
One, two, smile. Good. Okay, right.
Thank you. Thank you for having me here.
Thank you, Wilson.
Okay, that's all the appreciation, and thank you. So many guests came in between. I'm sure we will strive to make sure that we put it in the Global Toastmasters group as well. So we realize that we need to share, like, when there's something very important or something that adds value in people's life, we must not just keep it restrained or constrained within few people. We will share, and hopefully from like the time ahead, we will definitely make sure we open it up to people so that we all enrich ourselves and not be just within this small group or in Malacca or in KL or in District 102 only. Thank you very much to all the guests who have come in, all the role players who helped us to enrich ourselves. Thank you very much. We look forward to you in another meeting, in our upcoming meeting. I'm sure like Kirtana will call up, and I will also, you'll get a message from me as well. And so it's time to get up, dress up, show up, and we will never give up. We will keep on striving for better results, be a better communicator and a good leader. Thank you very much. I declare the meeting closed.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you.
everyone.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you,
Thank you.
everyone. See you.
Bye.
Bye.
Wow, awesome
Bye.
meeting. Thank you very much for having me. I'll see you.
Thank you, Wilson. We'll
Thank
see you in
you,
person.
Thank you very much for
Wilson.
coming.
Thank
Awesome.
you,
Awesome.
Elias. We'll try to find out a time for you